Hey guys, it's Rick back again, and today I'm gonna cover the third game that I played in the Open do Verão dos Galitos. It was actually, I think it was the fourth round because I took a buy in the third round. I asked for a buy. Yeah, I think I've already talked about this, but yeah, this tournament should have never played in it because I had a lot of uh stuff, assignments, work to do in university, and I was trying to balance it all out, and it was kind of stressful. So actually I had to just not play every single game because I just couldn't afford it because of the time restraints. But let's go into the games. That doesn't matter for now. And had the white pieces, and I was playing against Miguel Maltese, which I never played before, but he played one of my friends once in a tournament, and I knew what he played and stuff like that. So I did prepare before the game exactly for him, and I played e4, and he played d6, d4, knight f6, knight c3, g6. So he's playing the perk defense, sort of the normal setup of the perk. I was very excited because um, if you guys have been watching for a while now, this series, you remember that I played a a guy in this exact opening, the perk, and I'll probably leave a card or something like that up here or there, um, uh, showing that video with a link for that video. But it was a perk like this, and I got an insane position, but I missed a critical move in the middle game. But yeah, I had like a super nice position, super crushing, super attacking, and I loved it. And I tried to replicate that, and this time to make it happen, to get the point, to get the win. But let's see. So h4. This is the variation. It's very aggressive. It's called the bayonet attack, and I absolutely love the concept of it, but I struggle a lot to make it work, and to actually pull through with a successful attack. So yeah, he played h5, which is one of the most common responses, of course, stopping h5, and I played bishop e2. He played knight c6, which I already feel like it's maybe an inaccuracy, but yeah, in these positions I don't want to play d5 because I just give him this e5 square, and yeah, I can't really do anything about it. So here I just played bishop g5, which, one of these possibilities in this opening is you either play knight f3 with the idea that if he, for example, plays bishop g4, supernatural, you can even go knight to g5, put this knight on this outpost, trade the bishops, and of course, you probably don't want to do it with the queen because of d4, but you can play take with the knight and stuff like that, and you have a awesome position on even engine says already +1, so you know. But I didn't go for that. I went for the more direct approach with bishop g5, taking advantage of this h5 push. He went a6, very logical, nice move, trying to get some uh, play going on the queen side. In case I castle queen side, he wants to prepare b5, b4, and all those plans. So I played a4, stopping b5 for the moment, and he played bishop g7, normal. I played queen d2, also pretty normal. He played castle, so very committal decision. And here, you know, um, I made a kind of a huge mistake, to be honest. My idea, of course, going through my mind was simple. I wanted to play f3, I wanted to play g4, I wanted to play h5, open the h file, get an attack going, trade these bishops, checkmate, boom, 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 super easy. But for some reason, I thought that I shouldn't just start with f3 and start going for this. I thought that maybe I need my king to be safe before I start attacking, and I played castles, which is an horrible move that already puts black in the driver's seat and way better. Uh, why is this bad? Just b5. And what are you gonna do about that? It's very naive for me to just castle here because my king would be is and will be way safer on the middle of the board, and even if he tries to force an opening, I can always play king f1, and in the future maybe king g2, and even like not castle. But playing a4, this is a hook. What do you call a hook? I mean, easily can start expanding and challenging my queen side. So this weakness of the queen side, I mean, you don't castle queen side like that. But I thought that he couldn't just do it because I thought they would just lose a pawn. But he doesn't because, my back rank has a lot of issues. And he just, I mean, if my knight moves, this pawn is weak and everything is hanging. And yeah, I made this decision super quickly as well, just really being naive and really being like, what is he gonna do? And I played b5 and I took immediately. And this is even worse. Here I should just play queen e3. Uh, I don't know, let him take here and leave him with these double pawns. But it's already so bad. But it took, and here like in my calculations, I thought, okay, I'll just take the bishop, right? Because why not? But yeah, this doesn't work because rook a1, I have to block with a knight is forced, and then he has like knight e4, and it's like, what am I doing? I'm completely busted. And yeah, it's ridiculous how I just carelessly castled queenside. I think even like f3 here, man, and even though the engine doesn't like f3, says that it's equal and I lost my advantage, but knight f3, it's what the engine wants me to do. I mean, the problem with this playing these openings, which look very nice with h4 early on and just attacking, is that you have to be very certain of what you're doing. Otherwise, I mean, you can end up in trouble like I did. So yeah, the game went on, and here I thought for a while, and I decided, okay, I made a huge mistake. But this was even worse because I thought, okay, he has an attack going on, and it's scary for me. But I thought, okay, I'm gonna start my attack now. And dude, it's just too late. I'm not doing anything on the king side. He's way faster on the queen side. And here he played knight b4, and he was already threatening a lot of stuff here. He's of course threatening if I don't nothing. Let's say I play knight h3. He's threatening mate because he plays rook a1, and when I block with the knight, which is the only way to defend this check, he hits me with this checkmate, and this would be devastating to get checkmated like that. So of course I couldn't just go with g4 and ignore everything that he's doing. I realized that, so I need to move my queen. So when he checks me with the rook, oh, what is my arrows? Yeah, when he checks me with the rook, need to clean my mouse for sure. When he checks me with the rook, I need the square for my king to run away. So I played queen e3. He played c6, which, I mean, it could be even more direct and just sack. He's not even sacking a pawn because I mean, it's kind of sacking a pawn, right? But if I take, oh yeah, it's rook a1, man, and ugh, dc5, this is looks so bad. But yeah, he fortunately for me didn't see this c6. He played just defending b5 that was hanging. That's logical. I played knight b1 here. I don't know, like the engine suggests king d2. I don't remember why I didn't play king d2. I just played knight b1, He played bishop e6, and I played c3, just kicking out that knight, which I thought was good. He played knight check on a2. Now I run with my king to d2, and here he plays bishop b3. So you can just look at the position and see, okay, he's way better. I mean, look, what is my king doing? And you know what's funny? The funny part about all of this is that before I castled, my king was on e1, right? Where it starts in the game. And now, after I castle, I'm bringing back the king to the middle. So, like, how many temples did I waste by castling? Like, I'm literally, I did a move just to run my king back to the same position where it was. And that is just ridiculous. That's so bad. Like, that's so bad. That was so bad by me. I mean, what the hell am I doing? Um, Here I thought of just sacrificing the exchange. I thought just developing the knight and sacking the exchange. Um, but after a while, I was like, there's no way. I mean, I'm just gonna try to survive this and play rook f1. It's ugly to do this move, but I said, I mean, if I can try to hold on for a while, maybe blunders, maybe doesn't find a win, and maybe I can come back in some sort of way. The material is still equal. But yeah, he played c5, which I thought it was good. Finally trying to open things up. And here I just decided to close things down with d5. I knew he was gonna play e6, which he did, and he took, and I played king e1, trying to just run away from all these like discoveries on the d file. Also bringing my knight into the back into the game to attack this bishop. I thought that I was starting to make something happen for myself. He played queen b8, which I don't know. I don't remember what I thought about this move, but maybe he just wants to push through with b4 and just crash through the queen side and just attack me that way, which makes sense. And here I took. No, I played knight d2, attacking the bishop. He didn't move. His bishop, which he did a huge blunder according to the engine. Here I also blundered. According to the engine, I should have played knight h3, but I don't know why. Or bishop takes f6. I played knight d2 because I was like, okay, if he closes with c4, I mean, this bishop is out of the game. I'm good to go. Like, let's go. This knight is not doing anything on a2. This bishop is kind of locked in. And yeah, I was feeling good about that. But I knew that I was not going to play that. Apparently here after knight d2, just b4, just being super reckless like that. Just giving up the bishop, and then, you know, I can't really take this. I lose the knight, so, you know, but at the same time, if I just move the knight, it takes on b2, so it was a very nice move. See before, he didn't see it. He played knight c1, and here the computer says that it's completely equal if I play bishop f6, which I did play bishop f6. To be honest, I don't remember why I played bishop f6. But I did play bishop f6, and let me just think for a bit. Why did I play bishop f6? What is that knight doing that I'm scared of? Oh, I think maybe the idea here was that when I move... Oh, yeah. I know why I took the bishop on f6, I remember. So the idea here is that if I play king f2, for example, he can play knight g4, and I can't take because of the pin, and he takes my queen. So that's the idea of bishop takes f6. It's actually pretty simple, and yeah, I'm glad that I remembered for this video. So yeah, bishop takes f6, rook takes f6, and here I played king f2. Exactly, so logical. And here computer says it's equal, which is impressive. Just look at my position. I would never say that this position is equal. I would always say that black is way better. But the computer is the computer. Let's not argue with it. Knight takes e2, knight takes e2, and bishop c4. And here, it's so funny how like a game of chess can turn around so quickly. And here the computer says that I'm way better if I play the only move here, which is e5, which I didn't see at all. I mean, e5, very, very nice idea that when he takes on on e5, I take on c4, doubling the pawns, and then I can just proceed being down a pawn, protect my pawn, and start picking up stuff and targeting the double isolated point islands, which, yeah, that's too deep. That's too deep for me. I would never see that in a million years. At most, I would see that. Okay, I play e5 takes and I take here, but yeah, this is not good. But whatever. So here I just decided to play rook a1, which is not a horrible move, but it's not very good. I think just knight c4, but I feel like I didn't like knight takes c4, b takes c4, even though I'm doubling his pawns. I mean, pawn on b2 will be a pain to kind of protect, and yeah, I didn't want to go for this. So first I played rook a1. I just want to get some pressure off, trade some pieces. The material is equally as the bishop pair, so I just want to trade as many pieces as I can, trying to make the game more simple, and just try to survive this horrible game for me. I would say not game, but probably a horrible opening. He took my rook, which I was happy to see I took, and he played bishop takes e2, which I was also happy to see, and I took with the king. I don't remember why I didn't take with the queen, but I guess I just wanted to get out of this file that my king was on, with the rook was x-raying my king and stuff like that, so yeah. Here he played king h7. Here it's just completely equal, and you kind of can see time-wise, when it comes to the clock, I was way lower on the clock than my opponent, of course. I can't really say how much I had, but I knew that I was in time pressure compared to him, and I felt the whole game that I was behind and that I was worse, and yeah, I had to be super precise. But at this point, I don't really have to be that precise anymore because I'm already out of the woods. But I didn't see that. I played queen d3, which, yeah, it's not the best move, but it's also not the worst. I mean, I'm just targeting pawns, which he is defending. But in case that he just moves his queen, maybe a pawn will be in, king, etc. He played rook f7, which I also don't really understand right away. Maybe he wants to play rook a7, trade rooks. Maybe. I played rook c1, which doesn't make any sense at all in my opinion looking at this now, because if anything, I have the a file, which is something that I might wanna explore and claim. I already claimed the a file, and yeah, why take the rook out of the a file where it's actually active and put it on c1? I don't know. Here, if I had to say now, maybe if I can get my knight into g5, I would try to do that. right away I'm not really seeing a clear path, so I probably need to be on h3 to do that. That will take me like a long time. Going into b3, a5 doesn't make much sense. Yeah, it's kind of awkward for my pieces still, and I don't really know how I would be able to just get it going. Perhaps a g4, a well-timed g4, trying to get some counterattack, but it's kind of scary to move these pawns in front of your king. Yeah, it's a hard position for me, even looking at it now. Yeah, I don't see a clear plan for white. And for black, I mean, maybe trying to expand on the queen side. Still looking at that before. But yeah, I played rook c1. Can't really explain this move. Maybe I just didn't find a plan, and I ended up playing this because I had to play something. And bishop e5. I mean, it's activating this bishop. You know, my dark squares are so weak. I mean, just ugh, this is not good. And you know, look at this. Ugh, I played knight f1, trying to go to e3, but after e3, what do you do? He played b4, which I thought it was good. I mean, just opening things up. And here, I mean, if I take, this pawn is hanging, right? This pawn is hanging. I don't know if you can exactly play it right away. It's actually not good to play it right away. But yeah, I didn't like that. So I played queen c4, trying to be tricky. Attacking this pawn on e6. He just took, and I realized, oh, f, because I'm not really in time to take here, unfortunately, because he's taking the pawn with check, and it's rip. I'm done. And so after he took, I played b3, because the problem is that if I take with a pawn, he has queen b2. So I just, with queen c4, I mean, I just blundered, right? Here I was still doing okay if I just ignored this and played rook c2 or g3. Yeah, I mean, no way I would find that. So I just played queen c4, he took, I played b3, he played queen e8, defending the pawn. I played knight e3, still without a clear plan. Maybe I wanted to go knight d1, target c3, win that pawn back. He played rook b7, nice move. I played knight c2. Why did I not? Oh, okay. I know why I played knight c2. If I played knight d1, I mean, his rook is coming to b4, and this is not good at all. I'm losing the pawn on b3, and it's game over. So I played knight c2. He played queen e7, targeting the pawn on h4, and I played b4. Here I was just making moves, honestly, just trying to trick him somehow. I knew that I was absolutely lost, and I am absolutely lost. C takes b4, rook b1, still not capturing the pawns. He played d5, very well played. I played takes. He just sacked the pawn, but he knew why he sacked the pawn. That was a very nice pawn sacrifice, because now rook d7 comes, and queen e4, rook, queen d4, queen e4 is the only move to keep protecting the knight. I mean, I can go to b3, but do I really want to make this move? Like, nah, this is horrible. So I played queen e4, he played check. On d2, I played king f1, and here, a move that I didn't see at all, and it's very nice by my opponent. Credit to my opponent for really finishing off the game in style and very precisely. Queen e7. Queen e7 is crushing, because it's threatening queen f2 checkmate, and I have to, oh wait, yeah, that was the end of the game. A little spoiler. I have to play queen e3, he trades, and here I thought, oh, maybe I'm fine, but nah. c2. What are you gonna do if if I play rook c1? I can say goodbye e3, and yeah. So I have to sack my knight, and I sack the knight for 2 pawns. And yeah, this is just losing. I mean, my weakness is on the dark squares. I mean, it's just threatening mate, right? It's threatening. It's not threatening mate actually, but rook c1, e2, and here I don't know why I literally chose the perfect square to get to just lose instantly, which was queen e4. I mean, check here, and I still tried to go on and to make a draw. But yeah, here, I mean, it's just played nice. And here I just resigned because after he takes the pawn, I'm in Zugzwang. So yeah, if I move my king, he promotes, and I have to move something. I move my pawn, he takes, and I can't go near the pawn, near the bishop, and I just lost. So well played by my opponent. My opponent played a great game. He really surprised me. I didn't think he would be playing that well. Even though he let it slip the advantage in the middle, still in cruise control for most of the game, and he really punished my long castle pretty well with b5. I just, credit to my opponent. He deserved the win. He also finished the game off pretty nice with that queen a7, sacking the pawn to play rook d7 and then rook d2 check. Very nice. And yeah, he just outplayed me and played better than me, and I ended up losing this game. And yeah, this was a very long game. Hope you guys enjoy this commentary, and yeah, I still lost again to the perk defense. Things will change though. Spoiler alert, things will change against the perk defense. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And yeah, I will leave that card as I said before. I'll leave in the end of this video as well a window with the video that I was talking about at the start, where I played a very interesting game against also a perk defense earlier on in this journey. So yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.